Hello. I'm still picking at my skin. That sucks. I took this off. Okay, sorry. I'm just talking about my skin. I was like, no, acne. Anyway, another day, another dollar. Like, share, and subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to just say that, like, you should never stop hustling, never stop, like, because, like, tonight I was, like, calling on my credit cards and trying to check balances and stuff, and like nothing's there yet. Like, I'm trying to get a refund from, I did a diagnostic on my car and I didn't want to pay for it, not $150, because I could have got like a free diagnostic somewhere. So like, I'm waiting on a refund from that. And then I called the unemployment card and they gave me the number for the I guess it's the unemployment thing, because I was supposed to get it a long time ago and I didn't know how to reset my password or anything, or file my claims or anything. So like, I'm working on that. Like, I'm trying to get some things going in the fire. Like, they owe me like so much unemployment. So it's like, okay, well, let me get this thing going, and I have to go talk to Marcy again because she works at the Job Connect and she knows I'm disabled. So it's like, she's going to have to work with me to get this ID me thing done and to reset my password and update all my information, and then start filing my claims from way back when it got approved a long time ago. And then tomorrow, I'm trying to go to the Social Security office and throw a bitch or whatever. It's a bitch fit now, but you can't get crazy in there because the security guards. But I'm going to go, pitch my bitch about, I'm going to write a statement first of all, and I'm going to tell them, you know what? You guys were the ones that didn't document things, because I told them I was left gravely disabled by Santa Clara County and that I wanted an investigation done. So, like, they're supposed to update that if you're gravely disabled, like, they're supposed to update that, like, if you tell them your medical condition got worse, they're supposed to update that. So I guess they didn't. They just went ahead and cut me off, but we had already established that I was going to stay and pay, and I would probably stay in continued pay. So with the new information that I was left gravely disabled by Santa Clara County and that I was a student and everything. So tomorrow I got to go and resolve all those issues. So if everybody could just pray. No, pray for Michelle Ramon. Yeah, I'm at work till like 7 in the morning, and then I got to shoot on over there to the unemployment place. So I'm just trying to think, what is the bus route I should take to get there, but I'll have to ask the bus people, or it's like, or take the Charleston bus and just get off on Buffalo. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to take the Charleston bus. That's the quickest way to get there. So, and I won't get any sleep till I get home, and then maybe I won't even make it on time because if I'm sleeping and I'm supposed to be here at 7 again at night to 7 in the morning, I might have to tell them that I have an appointment to go to, and I have court with no money to pay them until Friday, and I'm only going to get paid for 1 week of work. So this YouTube is just going to be basically titled, just do as many hustles as you can, stay, positive through the storms of whatever happens. I've been very positive, even though I lost the $1,168 that I was getting every month, and now I'm trying to. They're also giving a raise, like a $200 raise, and then I found out that students are supposed to get some big money, but I don't know how. I don't know. I got to find out about all these programs. I got to find out. I got to call the U.S. Treasury Department and say, hey, what is this? I hear that the students are supposed to get like $20,000 or something. Like, it's just like, I got to get on my A game. And I'm checking everything, and I'm like going to do my unemployment claim, and I will survive. No, just like that song. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give. I will survive. I will survive. Hey, hey. That's what I'm going to be singing at my piano bar when I become an entrepreneur. I'm going to open up dance studios for kids. That's why I have to get my unemployment money. I got to get my disability money. I got to get my work money. I got to get this money. I don't care how. Because then when I really start opening up my own companies and being an entrepreneur like my brother, and even being a screenplay writer and writing all my movies that I'm going to write, I'm going to do a movie called Santa Clara County, aka Santa Cricket County. And what else can I call it? Nightmare in Santa Clara. It's going to be called a lot of different things. It's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be called Santa Clara County, aka Santa Cricket County, Nightmare in Santa Clara County. It's going to be a whole bunch of things, like, you know, like some scary music, like, you know. It's going to be pretty suspenseful. I mean, what they did to me was like I was in my own movie. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm being stalked and harassed by like 4 or 5 social workers everywhere I go. It's just like they pop up on you, and it's just like, what are you doing here? And then I called my mom, and I'm like, Mom, these people are like really annoying. Like, what's wrong with these people? Like, what do they want from me? And then like the school and all the stuff the school did, and the police and the sheriffs and the Morgan Hill police, they yelled at me like, why did you come to this town? And it's just like, what the fuck? Who are you? It's a free country. I can go anywhere I want. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm not going to get terrorized by the government and robbed, and then you guys don't do nothing about it, and the FBI just goes missing. So it's like somebody's going to get sued. I'm going to call the freaking federal grand jury. I'm not done. I'm a mama bear, and I'm not done. I want justice for me and Desi and Dia. I want justice for losing 10 years of my life and ruining my life and fighting homelessness for 5 years, just being like tossed like a salad. Like, I was here, I was there, I was like moving here, moving there. And then I had to fly my dog to Texas to give him to my dad. I had to, you know, go shack up with people and couch surf and bounce back and forth from California, and then go to Texas, and then go back to California, and then COVID hit, and then it was just like another big nightmare. And it's just like I've been facing so many different nightmares that I'm wondering how I could remain to still look so good. Like, I should look like 100 years old, you know, with all the stuff I've gone through. But when I laid up for 3 months, I felt like, you know what? I'm just going to rest. I'm just going to rest for 3 months. I'm going to go on strike from the bus. I'm going to go on strike from school because everything turned out to be a flop. And I'm going to get some rest so that I can look young again, and my skin looks wonderful. I look young again. I'm looking like 21 again. Forever 21. Besides, you know, me just being bored and like scratching my scabs off. I'm just gonna get some vitamin E cream. It's just like, you know, F it. And then having relationship problems with Christian that I've been with off and on for 9 years, but we have an open relationship where he doesn't get mad and I don't get mad. We still love each other, but I just told him, you know, like we talked for 2 days in a row. And then I just told him right now, I said, you know, it's hard to believe that you're not effing someone else, because the way that you ghosted me like 4 days before the holiday, then you said that we weren't going to spend Christmas together. And now it's his birthday that we're not going to spend together. But it seems a little suspect, but he's talking about like, we should go here, we should go there, you know, we should take a trip, you know, to California, or we should go somewhere and, you know, spend time. And so it's just like, but then he was talking about how, you know, just random stuff that made me think that he was with somebody else, like random stuff, like, you know, I don't know. You know, I just rather just, I'd rather not talk about it, but I was just like, okay. I don't know, something about shorter girls. Shorter girls are like, you know, I don't know, something about shorter girls. I don't know. I was just like, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. So I was just like, whatever. You know, like some guys like skinny girls, some guys like tall girls, short girls. I don't know what the preference is, but I was just like, well, you know, maybe I've always loved you more than you've loved me, and maybe I was just holding on, you know, for so long. But he also is grateful that I saved his life, and if I need anything, you know, he will help me, you know, like even if it's just a booty call, he'll come through. But it's like, I don't want to be just a booty call to somebody or like just an off and on relationship. So I was just like, well, maybe I'm just going to get my divorce, give everything to God, just wait on God, just give my life back to God. And a few things that I thought I had that I was trying to get in the fire, but not really panned out, you know, just more flaky people or more people that don't understand me. You know, like I did have a crush on Jordan and I thought that we had established a friendship, and then we got mad at each other over stupid stuff, and then it just turned into a nightmare. You know, I did overly text him, you know, it was just a lot of stuff going on that I was stressed out about. But I know I shouldn't stress other people out just because I'm stressed out. But, you know, friends should be there for other friends, whether you're a trainer or whatever. Like, whatever your deal is, like, we've already established a friendship. So if I'm willing to, if he wanted to overly text me, I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm not going to make a big deal out of overly texting. I'll just be like, oh, are you okay? Like, what's going on or whatever. Like, it, you know, some people are more empathetic and some people aren't. So it's like, okay, I get it. Or some people are more annoying and some people aren't. Like me and Christian, we both annoy each other. So it's okay. We talked for about like 6 hours last night and about like 5 hours tonight. So, and sometimes I get annoyed because I don't like being on the phone that long, but I appreciate that he's taking time out of his day and that he needed to talk tonight. So I talked to him about his problems. And it's nice to have friends that, you know, even if they do annoy you or even if you don't feel like talking, that you're there for them and they're there for you. So it was nice. But I just feel like it didn't get anywhere yet. Like, I mean, I feel like it's not getting anywhere yet because I was like, well, you know, if you felt the same way I felt about you, then I would be a part of your family. Like I've always welcomed him to be a part of my family. I've invited him to family things and stuff, and you know, I met his dad like maybe one time. I was at his house and I just said hi. But I'm talking about like involve me, like this is my fiance, or you know, this is who I'm, this is my girlfriend, like this is my main girlfriend, even though we break up and make up. And it's just like, you know, that one song. That's how I feel. Our whole relationship is like break up to make up. That's all we do, you know. And then it's like, I just can't keep going on and on a roller coaster ride. Like, it's like, I want to go on a real roller coaster ride with somebody I love, or go someplace or do something fun, you know. But it's just like, we all, you know, I just told him, I was like, well, instead of being one less lonely girl, I'm still one. What is that song? One less lonely girl. It's like, so instead of me being one less lonely girl, I'm still one lonely girl. So it's okay because like I just feel like I put more effort into this relationship than he ever did, and so me holding on for so long, even though I moved on, and then he came to get me. He came after me in Texas, and I still wasn't gonna give in. And then when I got to Vegas, then, you know, he wanted to be with me and I didn't want to be with him like that because I was trying to focus on God. And then I ended up meeting him up one day to hang out, and then we ended up being together. So it was like, because nobody was there at his dad's house, so it was kind of like, I don't know, it was just like random, So I told him, like, I would like to be more, I would like to be more like lovey-dovey or whatever. We don't make out a lot, and then we don't act like we're a couple enough. Like, but then we did go out for Christmas. He came and got me for the holiday and wanted to spend time with me, and that was cute. And we took pictures. He never wanted to take pictures before, and now he did. So I was like, oh, okay, because he sees how I don't have a good support system. So he was my support system, and I thought that was sweet. And then he told me that he has a lot of responsibilities in his family since his dad is sick, and I was like, yeah, that makes me feel better about you as a person. And, and I will tell my family that you're not some kind of jerk, that you care so much about your family. And I don't have that. I don't have that from my family. I don't have anyone looking out for me like he looks out for his dad. He's worked with his dad. Sorry, I'm looking at this thing. It's kind of crazy. I was like, what is this? It's like some show. It's because we're getting ready to have this show and I'm at work, but my work is like really cool. Like we're like our own little bosses here, and we just chill, like sometimes, like right now when there's nobody here for the show, we could just chill. Like we're supposed to watch all this equipment, but sometimes we get tired and we just doze off because we're really tired. We're working 12-hour shifts and stuff, but and we could doze off. They don't say nothing. Like it's like, oh, well, I dozed off one day for like, I don't know, it was like 2 hours, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, where's my coworker? And then she was over there, and I was like, man, I had a good nap, but it's so freezing cold. They got these freight doors open, and we're freezing cold. Like, you see how my face is like all red, like cold. I was like, we're freezing. Like it feels like we're outside. So, yeah. And then I just feel like, I'm glad that I let him know how I felt. I'm glad that I let him know that I feel like I love him more than he loves me. So what up? You going home? You get out of here? You don't know? Oh, you're just on break? Yeah, so I'm just like thinking, it's okay if you love somebody more than they love you. I guess that's always the story of my life, that even though I just feel like my motto is like, because we've gone out with other people, but it's never bothered him and it's never really bothered me. It's just like, okay, whatever. We just start back off where we were, it's like, hey. But like, today's his birthday, so I did want to spend his birthday with him, but he said he's going to be sleeping all day because he's been on the phone with me all night, and he stayed up literally all night talking to me on the phone, and he's taken like 2 or 3 days off. So we probably will celebrate his birthday, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I just feel like relationships have never really been good to me. Like I haven't really had any good relationships. They've never been good. But I understand where he's coming from. He's like, he actually told me what he does like with his little sisters, and that was really sweet. I was like, oh, that's so nice. Like he reads to them, and one of his sisters is like top in English class, and he takes them to the library and he talks to them. Like he tells them, when you grow up, don't talk to boys, like, because they're just, like he tries to, like, he's just like a cool person. Like I was like, wow, I didn't even know that you really interacted with your little sisters like that. And he takes care of his dad. He's his dad's caregiver and his sister's caregiver. Like he goes, picks him up from school. He goes and gets his dad's medicine. He does like a lot. He's like, and I said, well, let's find out how you can get paid to be a caregiver for your dad. You always want to look for other hustles. You have to in this day and age. Like, you can't just let things go. Like, I let my unemployment go because I was like mentally damaged. I could have started this other job that was super easy where you're just telling people about voting. And then I got cluster effed on this one part where you go online and do something, you make a schedule of, how many people you've contacted. And I just went brain dead on that because I was seriously brutalized in Santa Clara County and traumatized and victimized by these people. So I will never be the same, and my kids will never be the same. And Dia had the same nightmare I had where we're literally crying in our sleep. Like, I was sleeping one day and I was crying in my sleep. And then I woke up to this terrible nightmare. Like, oh my God, like, how am I crying in my sleep? It was a nightmare. It was like I'm having a nightmare where I'm crying. And then I wake up and I'm not crying. And it's like, and then I told Dia about that. And she goes, Mom, I had the same dream. So it's like, we are so traumatized from what they did to us that it's just a never ending nightmare, just having these nightmares and reliving what they did to me. It was just like, I can't even think about it. It just makes you have an anxiety attack just thinking about what they did to me. And I remember like being at like this phone company and I started to explain a little bit of what they did to me, to this girl, and I just start pouring down tears. And then I was like, it was horrible. Like, I can't control the tears. Like, it's so much anxiety and so much mental damage that they did to me that I can't, and my girls get the same way. My girls just cry over nothing. Like, they get really, really emotional about what they did to us. And just, they were letting my daughter go out with boys where she wouldn't have gone out with boys until she was at least 17 or 18 years old with me, because I don't let them do these kind of things. And then supposedly she got pregnant, or I don't know what happened. This was just, the whole thing was a nightmare. It's still kind of a nightmare, but Desi and Dia do have episodes of anxiety and trauma. So, and my other kids too are traumatized from it. It's a horrible nightmare to relive. And it's just, someday we will get justice. I'm still crying. I'm still waiting for justice. This is something that I can't even explain. 10 years of a nightmare. I mean, going in and out of court, and they were just totally harassing me. And they even threw me in criminal court. They were like, oh, you got a contempt of court violation. And I had to go to criminal court for like a whole year for a supposed contempt of court violation because I spoke out in court. And then I finally got that case dropped, but I had to go through a lot. This one criminal that I met through a friend of mine, that her weird boyfriend hit me in a hotel room because I told him not to smoke in my hotel room because I rented the hotel. And she was like homeless, and I was trying to feed her, and she was in my car, and I was trying to like be a caregiver to her. She was like in the streets, and she was literally in the streets. This lady I met, and I guess she was on drugs or whatever, but I didn't know what she was on or what she was doing. And then her boyfriend was from San Francisco, and he was really like psycho, but he could have killed me, but I just kind of like didn't say nothing, let him hit me and all that. And I was just like, oh, I should call the police on this motherfucker. But she already warned me that he has a gun and he's a very dangerous person. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to end up dead. So let me just bite my tongue. Let me just let the motherfucker hit me, even though I should just beat the fucking shit out of him. But so I ended up just chilling, And then the other criminal that was with him, because they were criminals, had to drive me. He found out he had some kind of warrant still, so he was like, I got to get out of here. I'm getting out of Vegas. He goes, so I go, well, why don't you drive me to my appointment? Because I had this appointment in San Jose, and I didn't even know where it was. It was they were doing a psychiatric evaluation to see if I was able to stand trial or whatever. I don't know what they were doing to me. It was like some criminal court thing. I was like, and I had to go to some psychiatric thing, and I would have never found it. So I was like, dude, can you drive me to my appointment? So I'll drive you back, to town. Let's just go get a oil change. And, just went back with the random, because like we were hanging out, all of us. Because she's like, oh, well, he's bringing a friend and he wants a date. And I was like, but yeah. So I end up driving back with this guy. It's like, why would they do this to my life? These assholes. Like, I literally want them in federal penitentiary, and I am not gonna rest. I mean, I'm gonna rest, but I'm saying I rested very well. Like, I have peace of mind because I have Jesus, but I am not gonna let them get away with this. I don't care how long it takes. It's just like, hopefully not over my dead body, but I'm not gonna let them get away with this. Oh God. Whew. I've been working like 3 or 4 days straight, 7 to 7 in the morning. It's like, that's crazy. I'm gonna go get my ticket to work tomorrow from Social Security, and it doesn't look like I'm gonna get much sleep. But if I have to, tell them that I might come in a little later because of the situation, that I have to go to the Social Security office, that if I end up coming in late, I'll still come in. I'm just gonna let them know ahead of time. But things are just crazy. It's insane in the membrane, but and it probably won't. I don't think it'll go over the amount I'm supposed to make, because the show will be over before the whole month is over. Like, you can't earn that much, and I'm only gonna get paid for 1 week of December, and then we started a new month, so I don't think it'll go over the amounts that they say I can earn. But especially, if I come in late tomorrow, I really don't know what to do. I just need to get my car fixed, and I need to organize all the stuff. So this was just a pep talk to, for you guys to basically not stop hustling no matter what happens to you. Like, don't give up whatever is going on. If somebody does something to you, or if you lose your finances, just don't give up. Just try other things. I tried school, and that was an epic fail. And they pocketed my money and paid for my classes and all kinds of stuff that they said they weren't going to do. So I got to go make appointments with the vice principal of the school again. I talked to 2 vice principals, and they were really cool, and they understand my situation, and they might have benevolence money too for me, so I can catch up on my rent or get my car fixed or whatever it is. So, it's like, it's really going through it. But dang, I'm trying to put my shoe back on. So it is what it is. Another day, another dollar. As long as you're making some dollars, like, do all you can is what I'm saying. Like, don't just go to work. Like, I tell Christian, like, you got to have other things going on. If you have to work 2 jobs, but he's supposed to be a supervisor now. They made him a supervisor. And it's good, I'm glad that I could help somebody. Like, I helped him a lot in his life. I used to give him job leads. We used to work together in the call center. And the first movie we ever saw was Waiting to Exhale. And then I think I fell asleep during that. And he's like, hey, wake up, you're falling asleep. And I fell asleep. He wanted to watch When Harry Met Sally, because he's like, I never watched that movie. So the other day, well, not the other day, but when he was hanging out with me around Christmas, that movie came on, and I've seen it a million times. So he liked it. It was funny. And I was like half asleep. I was like falling asleep during that. He's like, you're falling asleep with the movie. It's like, I don't care. I've seen that thing a million times. Like, you watch it, you enjoy it. He never saw Pretty Woman, and we watched that one time. I think we were in one of his vans. Like, I don't know where we were. Oh yeah, we were at the park, and we were just chilling at the park at night, and he had his like dad's work van that night, and he's like, I want to watch this movie because I've never seen it before. And I was like, okay, enjoy it. I'm gonna go to sleep. And I would just like crash out. We've been through a lot together just as friends. Like, and when he was kind of like talking about Adam tonight, I said, just don't talk about Adam. I know Adam did a lot of stuff to us, or he wasn't a good friend, or whatever you feel like he didn't forgive you as a friend, or like me and him always forgive each other. We always like, we don't hold grudges or nothing. Like, we're really cool about that. But it's just like, I go, look, just pray for Adam, don't talk about people. Like, just pray for them. And that's how I feel. I'm getting closer to God. Like, I'm getting closer to the Holy Spirit, and I'm starting to feel more humble. I'm starting to feel more like energy, as far as like not letting people upset me. Like, I'll just pray for them. But like the other day I was upset that my friend tried to control freak my dog. Like, she was just coming up to say hi to him, you know. She's a very lovable dog, you know. So she was just like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, because we hadn't hung out in a while, you know. It's just like, because he was a little controlling when he was over. He was just like, oh, put your dog in there. And it's like, no, my dog sleeps in the bed with me. I'm not used to just like putting my dog somewhere else or whatever. Like, but so I don't like controlling people. Like, don't control anything about me. You can control yourself, or you can control your dog or your life, but don't do anything to me. Don't control my dog. Don't tell my dog what to do. Don't tell me what to do. And he like pushed the dog in a way like I didn't like it. And I said, don't touch my dog. And then he was just like trying to get like rude with me, like he was gonna do something to me. I was like, do whatever you want to do. Like, you ain't got to do nothing to me, because I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of no man. Like, you wanna go there? Let's go there. So I was just like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm not gonna get into these fucking pissing matches with anybody. Like, don't control freak my dog. Like, my dog was just trying to say hi to you. So I did put her in the other room temporarily so I could spend a little time with my friend, but we just like, we weren't seeing eye to eye that day. And then, you know, I walked him out before he left. His mom was coming, and I just gave him a hug. I was like, well, I hope things get better or whatever, because he wasn't getting as along with his mom, so he just came over to visit. But I was just like, hey, you know, I'm not the one to be messing with right now, because, you know, my dog was abused basically, and I'm not going to have nobody, you know, do anything to her to upset her. So then as I was leaving work, I had a little talk with her. She looked really sad, because she's just a lovable dog. She doesn't know what she did. She thinks like she did something wrong. And I'm just like, it's okay, baby. He was just having a bad day. And I talked to her before I left for work. I was like, okay, sweetheart, I'll see you later. You know, and my cousins are watching her, and they're helping me with her. And, you know, they were really crazy today. They were like fighting, like play fighting, and the kitchen is a mess. And the sink, I got home and the sink was like destroyed, like it was overflowing. And I was just like, wow, like I can't take all this. But luckily the garage wasn't all trash like it normally is. And I guess they took out the trash, and that was good, because I've been like training them, like, hey, do this, do that. Like, you're not going to just lay around it, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Drill Sergeant Michelle, like, cleaning captain. I used to be a cleaning captain for KFC. Chin hut to me, because I'm the cleaning captain. And oh, that job was cool. You know, I was a cleaning captain, except I hated it because they would pile like all the dishes on me, the trays, the that you put the macaroni and cheese in, and the biscuits, all the trays for the biscuits, all the freaking greasy fried chicken trays, all that stuff. I had to do it all. And my hands were just like so sore and bleeding and all this. Is like, jeez, that was a hard ass job. I was only making like $7.50 an hour or whatever, and that was good pay back in the day. It was like a long time ago. And then they had like a little Christmas party or whatever, and I invited my kids. We were always going to Christmas parties. We went to a really nice Christmas party up in Mount Charleston, and my dad had just got out of prison, so I invited him. I'm like, hey, we're having a party at my job, and it was outdoors in Mount Charleston, and they did a big raffle where people were winning, you know, nice stuff. I didn't win nothing that day, but it was a big raffle, and there was all kinds of games and stuff, and it was all you could eat hamburgers and shakes and fries all day long. They had like trucks. So it was really cool. Like, and my little girls were little babies. My husband wasn't around. He was in prison. And so we just like, we went to this really nice thing. And then I ended up taking him to that KFC work party, and we had another In-N-Out Burger work party, because because the In-N-Out Burger work party was at Mount Charleston, but the KFC one was at the KFC store that I worked at on Spring Mountain, and I brought all my kids to that, and it was like it was like a lot of food. It was like fried chicken and everything. We were just like, hey, this is cool. It's a little Christmas party. And then I had went to this other Christmas party when I worked at the athletic club, and the baby was scared of Santa. Dia was always scared of Santa. She was like, ah. I have a picture of her screaming her eyes out like, ah. And I was just like a single mom, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I was dating some crackhead that my husband sent to my address, and I was like, who is this guy? Why would you send him to my address? And now you want me to date this guy? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even want to date this guy. Like, I don't even know who he is. And then he stole my stereo out of my car and supposedly sold it for $100. But he stole my Linkin Park CD. And I was like, oh, hell no. I didn't even want to sell my stereos. He was just a crackhead, It was just like random. And then I was just like, why am I getting myself into this? And one day he gave me like some Walmart card instead of the money that I loaned him. He goes, loan me $100 because he was a crackhead. And then I did. And then I was like pulling teeth to get the money back, but he gave me a Walmart card, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then I was like, okay, well, if I give you cash, you have to give me cash back. So he had owed me like another $20 one night, and we were in the grocery store, and I go, hey, you still owe me $20. I go, buy me some food or buy me something or just give me the money. And he's just like, sucking his teeth. Like, what the fuck? Like, shit, you ain't gonna... Like, no, I am gonna get taken care of no matter who I'm with. I don't care if you're like a broke ass motherfucker. You're gonna take care of this bitch because I'm used to being taken care of. I'm a fucking wife. I ain't just a fucking random girlfriend. I'm a wife, and I'm still a wife. I married the first time I was a wife. I married the second time I'm a wife, and I'm still a wife. So it's like at the end of the day, you are gonna respect me and you're gonna treat me good and
have a blessing.
You too.
All that jazz. Hey, you're here.
I'm here early. You just want me to get to regroup and get in the thing.
I'm doing a YouTube right now. I'll be right with you. Like,
okay.
Hey,
Yeah, we're making that money. Get that money.
This is the one that does the screenplay writer. No, yeah, right. The one that he wrote the Steve Harvey Show. I'm up here with VIPs up in here. This ain't no joke. We ain't no joke, are we? We ain't no joke. They be taking us for a joke. Like, what is this? Yeah, but he's cool. He was telling me how he wrote the Steve Harvey Show and all kinds of stuff. He's met like a lot of celebs and stuff. And I was like, wow, hook me up with that. But trying to teach me how to do like a script and stuff because I want to write little scripts and stuff. I want, if I go to that school in LA Film School, but since I've always wanted to be a newscaster, they have a journalism program, and I could be a newscaster. I just have to do the journalism program, and maybe I could start doing it because I like writing and very creative. And if I was to be a journalist, I could write the stories, for the news, and I can also read the stories because I used to always like raising my hand in school when they would say, hey, does anybody want to read out loud? And I would always raise my hand to read out loud. I'm an audio learner. I learn by listening, and I love people listening to me. I love that. Like, I'm definitely a communicator, and I'm definitely a I don't know what it is. It's just, I love that. Like, I would love to be a newscaster. Like today, 14 people, jumped off the subway or whatever. It's just like in New York City. Like I would make it sound really interesting. Like I'm a narrator. I love doing that. I love reading stories to the children. Like reading it in a certain type of way, and where it just sounds really good. Like I love narrating. It's just like awesome. And there's just a lot of things that I like to do. Like, so that's why I have this YouTube channel. It's like, you know, you might not know that you like to do certain things until you actually try them, you know, or you know what your gifts are. So try to use your gifts as much as you can. You know, try to do, you know, like I'm a natural caregiver, you know. I'm just natural at it, you know, so other people aren't. Other people are just like they lose their patience. My mom didn't have any patience for my math disability. I was always struggling with math, but I was also good at certain things in math too. So I know that I can do it. I know that I could do things in math. My math teacher used to always encourage me. And he's like, if you could add and subtract fractions, he's like, you could do almost anything. And I was just like, I used to like fractions. Fractions were cool. Dividing and adding and all that stuff. But I just, after a while, I just lost a lot of that stuff. I lost a lot of the memory. My memory, like, I couldn't do a lot of math stuff that I used to do. And
I'm seeing him where he went. Why he keep coming from this way?
he said he came early.
Oh well, if he came early, I'm leaving. No,
What
it's
time is it?
very good. It's like 6:21.
Oh, yeah, he comes early, but then he's just like chilling over there until it's time.
Yeah, no, we're leaving. Sorry.
What? Why would we leave? Well, because I
because
come
he's
early.
already here.
No, but I come early, but I just chill till it's time to come out here, till it's 7 o'clock. So he's probably just going to chill in there till it's time for him to start his shift. Because we don't really leave till 7. But like some do relieve you early. I know what you're saying. Some people do relieve you early and then you can leave. But he's not ready to relieve us or he would just stay here. So he's over there in the break room.
Well, my thing is, like a normal person, he would come in through that way instead of coming in through this way.
I don't know how
because
he
if
got
you're
it.
coming in through this way, we thinking, okay, well,
Then you're
you know
ready
what
to
I'm saying?
start.
We're about to leave because we've been here all night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We cold as hell. We've been here all night. I want to go home and to my
We're freezing.
house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know. I can't even go home. I got to go to the Social Security office. I got to go battle the devil and all kinds of shit. It's like I might even come in late. I'm going to tell them like I might come in late because I'm going to be stuck at the Social Security office and I don't know how much sleep I'm going to get. And if I oversleep, I'll still come in, but I might come in late. I'm going to tell them ahead of time. I might come in late because I'm going to be at the Social Security office all day and I'm not going to get no sleep until I get home. And I might just sleep until I get up. And I was like, okay, well, I'll show up when I show up. Shit. It is what it is, and it would it be like. Yeah, so I just wanted to check with you guys and give you a holler about staying motivated and hustle all you can. Like, try to, like, you know, if you're doing caregiving for a family, try to get paid for it. If you were waiting for unemployment, follow up with it. I didn't follow up with my unemployment, but now I have to. It's a matter of you're going to be broke or you're going to go and get that unemployment fixed. You got to reset your password. You got to go and do the ID me thing, you know, and it'll be the more the merrier. If I get the unemployment thing going and start filing my claims, that'll be money coming in, and then I'll have my other money coming in, and I'll have all these things in the fire. You got to keep the fire going. You got to keep on trucking, you know. You can't just give up. Like this one guy tonight, he goes, man, you guys could be cutting carpet and making like $30 or $40 an hour. And I was like, wow, that is good money. He's like, there's girls that do it and they're you know, they're girly girls, but they're making their money, you know. And he's like, I got multiple things going on. I got I do rent-a-car things. And I was like, oh, well, shit, give me your car about the rent-a-car things. And, you know, like these people are, you know, they're surviving. Like, you got to do multiple things to survive, not just one little job, not just like one little rinky-dink job. You got to do other things, 2 or 3 jobs if you have to. When my husband was in prison, I had 3 jobs and I was on disability, but I had to work 3 jobs. They were 3 part-time jobs, like, and I was going to school. And my gypsy friends even commended me. They're like, dang, you really got a lot of things going on. They're like, you're working, you got this check coming in, you got your school money coming in. And I was like, yeah, because I'm not going to sit there and not hustle. Hustle and flow. You better hustle and flow, because the money ain't going to come in if you don't hustle and flow. It's not going to flow in. It's not going to fly in. It's not going to just be there. You better start getting out there and going to get whatever it is. You know, I even tried being my dad's caregiver and getting paid for it, but they were like bullshitting about that. They didn't want to. They didn't want to give me the money, and they didn't want me to be his caregiver. They said he had to be like totally decrepit and in a wheelchair and everything, or I don't know what they wanted. If you want to go, I'll wait. Or
No, I'm saying, what time did he? Because I know when we yesterday morning
Mhm.
we went to the CP to figure out that shit. So what time did he come back here to relieve you?
I think he came at 7. I don't, yeah, you could go. I'll just wait for him if you want to go. You have a baby to get home to, so go ahead and go.
I mean, true, but
Because I'm here. He'll come back. He ain't going to just leave me here hanging.
No. Of course he'll come back and stuff like that. But it's like,
I don't remember. It was probably about the right time. I mean, you know. Oh, I'm massaging my leg because I was watching this show and they were saying if you massage your leg in a certain spot, it's like their pressure points. Or I watch all this reflexology lately. It's been popping up on my Facebook and stuff, and they were saying like rubbing your hands together a certain way makes you lose weight. And I was just like learning a lot about this reflexology, and they said like massage your legs, the inner part of your calf, if you like rub it, like it's supposed to be like really super good for you. And then rubbing your ear and your scalp, like rubbing your ear circulates your blood in your brain and all this weird stuff. I was like, wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. Reflexology, they were like, rub your ear and massage your neck, and it circulates the blood in your brain and everything. They're like, rub your neck and rub this part. It's reflexology. I was like, wow, I never even knew that. Because I know how to massage when I was in massage school. I know how to do a scalp massage. The scalp massage is easy. Watch. You rub your scalp like that, and then you just do like slow circle motions. And a face massage, it was cool. You go like this, and then you go like that. And there's certain things you do for you massage your temples. You know, I know how to do a whole face massage, and then there's like ways that you massage your skin, like, you know, just like rub it a certain way. And I learned how to do all that when I was in massage school. You rub your temples, and you just kind of like your nose, you go like this way. Like to do your nose, you just go like this, and then you go like this. And I learned a lot when I was in massage school, and it was really cool. It was a good experience. And yeah, so I just hope that everybody has a blessed new year. I'm glad we did that prayer. The weirdest thing, I was being blessed every day with, like, I got a $5 bus card, first of all. Then a coworker overheard the story that I did a prayer, and then I got $5 from the bus driver. I got a $5 bus card from the bus driver. Then she gave me $5. No lie. Then my friend was going to give me $5, but he took it back, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, you're an Indian giver. He goes, no, I put it in your pocket. I go, no, you didn't. It wasn't in there. I was like, I don't even care. Like, don't even go there. Like, it's just weird. Like, he was putting a necklace on me, and then he took it back. It's like, I don't know. He's like in recovery, but my friend Christian, he's like, Michelle, don't talk to crackheads no more. Like, I really worry about you. Don't just meet people, random people. He was just like, come on now. And it's just like, well, you don't ever protect me anyway. You don't protect me from nothing. Like, you're supposed to protect, like, when those people try to move in, you should have said, you guys got to leave. This is my girlfriend's house. He doesn't protect me. So it's like, dude, now you're trying to say something when you are never you never protect me. Like, so it's just like, whatever then, dude. Like, you're not even a protector. You're not a provider. You're not a protector. So it's like, next. Next. Here we go. Yeah, it's like, God was right. No, God told me he's not the right person for you. It's like, okay, yeah, I need a provider, a protector. Okay, not like a crackhead or a fucking weirdo that wants to argue or control freak my room or my dog or whatever the heck. No, I'm good. I'm super good. Thank you very much. Next. So anyway, so like I was just like, okay, well, lost my train of thought. It's just like, it's like, you know, I know a lot of people feel me where I'm coming from. So anyway, that night, what was it? Well, I don't know. I don't even remember what I was talking about. the night that I met D'Angelo, we spent Thanksgiving together and everything, but it was, he was going to move in with me and share my room with me, and that would knock my rent down a couple hundred, but it's not a good fit, so I'm not going to go for that. It's just fine. I canceled that because I'm like, no, I don't like anybody messing with my dog, and if I'm at work or somewhere, I'm not going to be worried about my dog getting hit or abused or emotionally fucked with. You know, she's already been through a lot. Me and her have been through hell together. We were actually, you know, on a wing and a prayer. My daughter threw some money at me, and I was able to get a motel, and me and Princess had shelter. You know, it's just like, I've really been to H and back, so justice is in the whirlwind. But I was saying, like, oh, the $5 story. Okay, here we go. So then the coworker gave me $5. So then I was telling the story. I was telling somebody to subscribe to my YouTube channel. He was in the store. He was with his daughter, and I was like, oh yeah, she's cute. I used to be a childcare worker. I was just talking to some guy. I was telling him about the $5 story. Like, oh, I got a bus card for free that day. I was telling him, like, I did a really good prayer on my YouTube channel. Then I got blessed. The lady gave me a $5 bus card because I was telling her I was scrounging this big bottle of change. I had a big bottle of change, and I was just like trying to put it all in there. And she goes, oh yeah, you got to put it in it like slowly. And then I was like, oh my God, I don't even have. I had enough, but I don't know how far it would have got me. I don't know if I had $2.50. I go, well, I only paid $2.50. But she goes, here. So she gave me a bus card. She's like, get out of here. But it was a blessing to me. I was like, hey, I got 2 days for free now. But then, so he gave me a $5 bill as he left the store. I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, you know, I don't like to be like a panhandle or nothing, but hey, I was just casually talking, and I was just telling my story about how God blessed me. So then I ended up, so I still have $5 that'll get me. I was able to buy my dog food with $5 that the lady gave me. I think the lady gave me a $5, and I found it in my purse, and I got the change for that. So I still had, you know, a couple dollars in my purse for that, and then I found another $5 that was what the guy gave me. So I don't know how I ended up with money in my bag. So it was just random. But I don't think D'Angelo did what he said, because I mean, I don't know how I ended up with because today I was just like, dang, how did I have this $5 and that $5? Maybe he did give me the money and I'm just tripping. I was just like, yay, Indian giver, because he would give me the necklace, then he would take it back. And he took the money back. I didn't see him put it in there. I didn't even see it in my shirt. I saw my bus card, but I didn't see the $5. I found the $5 in my wallet, and then that guy gave me a $5. So I'm trying, and I know I cashed in that $5 and I got $2 for the bus that night. So I had $2 and change, and then I had that other $5. So I think that was right. But I had bought my dog some dog food today with $5. So it was just really weird. I was just like, God's giving me money somehow. So I don't know. I made it happen. I still have $5. I got my dog her dog food. I got her a can of dog food. I was really happy because I was able to get her some dog food. I just got her a can, and I still have $5. So I can get around another couple days, I guess. But the struggle has been really, really real. Like, ever since I got cut off my disability, the struggle is really real. So if you guys could just pray for me. I'm sorry for this long video, but I just wanted to make awareness that we all need to hustle. We all need to hustle and flow, and we need to do everything we can. You know, just be very goal-oriented. I begged my brother for money to pay my gym membership at Athletic Club because I didn't want that to get behind. So, because I like that gym, and I jogged a little bit around the track. And today, check this out. I walked all the way up there to CVS to get her dog food with my dog. Then I walked all the way home. Oh, are you ready? Really? Yeah, no, to get my dog food. I'm talking about my exercise. I got so much exercise.
Oh, yeah, you get your exercise in.
No, because I walked all the way uphill. Yeah. And it was like a 20 to 30 minute walk. It was like 4 blocks uphill with my dog. Then I walked all the way home, and then up that big long road, then up the street. So I'm getting a good workout.
Did you sign in yesterday?
Huh?
Did you sign in yesterday?
Oh yeah, we've been signing in and signing
You
out.
signed in already, so because I want to make sure you guys.
Yeah, I
got
want to
your-
make sure too.
Okay, so this is me right there.
Yeah, is this today?
Today's the 3rd. Yesterday was the 3rd. That's you guys yesterday.
Where do I sign?
No, you already. That's you guys right there. No, you good. You good.
Oh, okay.
So then sign in, just put in there. You know, make
What
sure.
about this?
Fuck that. Just make sure tonight, because this is us month 4. We're already here.
Oh, okay. Do I have to sign?
No. This is me and.
Oh, they put my name there.
Yeah. So you put
I
your
don't.
name.
I don't have to sign it.
No, this is for tonight. Just already get your shit in for tonight.
Okay.
And
I don't have to sign anything.
no, I'll get to know. But this is where the manager.
Oh, the manager signs that.
If he doesn't know manager, but I see you, both of you ladies are here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna
Okay.
leave it you guys right now. So,
Okay. Cool.
So tonight.
But they still, we ain't worrying about that. But cause
Yeah, no. They told me what to do. No, I got everything under control.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You just make sure that every night
Oh,
that your
look at
name
my-
is in this book.
So I got a really good
we
workout
already-
today.
They did not give us. We don't need no boost slip for 24
No, we don't need a booth. We don't need it. We don't need a booth. Man, that's
So
what I'm saying.
I got like a good
System.
workout today, guys. I
Just
went.
make sure your
I
name
walked
is in there.
all the way
Right,
back
see,
up
this part
to
is you guys
the
were
bus stop,
yesterday,
right?
yesterday, tonight, make sure
From
you guys get it.
home. Like it's a
Right now.
4-block
Tonight.
hike uphill.
They give
So
you a
I
boost
must have
slip
lost
because-
weight already. Like, goodbye, double chin. It's gonna be looking good. I'm gonna be jogging. I'm gonna be training. I'm gonna be like doing them squats, doing the aerobics.
Normally they
I'll see you guys later. This is crazy. We're getting out of work. Like, share, and subscribe.
Make sure both of y'all
because
names.
they confusing us because they